Hi everybody, and welcome to Twynham. We're now in a period where we're seeing the latest changes to the restrictions that we've found over the last 18 months of life in the UK. And this one is, for many of us, actually quite a challenge. So the church has been given kind of like free rein in a way to work some of these things out. So all the major social distancing rules and regulations are being dropped from a must to an advisory. Mask wearing, all those sorts of things that are the same. And it's given us obviously a little bit of a headache to work out exactly what we're going to do and how we're going to do things. So as elders, what we've decided to do are the following. So these are what we're doing. Not every church is doing the same, but we're doing this as we feel this is probably the best way forward. So the first thing to say is that the numbers of infections in this area, Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, has risen quite fast. And so we are, first of all, just aware of that. And we know that that means that for some of us, maybe there's quite a lot of anxiety surrounding that. So we're aware of that as well. So what we're saying is this, the layout of the church, as you can see from my video, is unchanged. We have a seating capacity of around about 100 at the moment. And that is based on the chairs being more spaced out than they would normally be. And also that they're grouped into 4 columns going down through the church, and we're going to keep that. We're not going to change that at the moment unless so many of us gather together that we need to address that, and we'll work out how we might do that later on. So that's the first thing, is that we're seeing just a continuation, a little bit of continuation to do with social distancing. Now, when it comes to singing, of course, we are now allowed to sing, and that's been quite well publicised with Canterbury Cathedral saying that they're going back to singing and all that sort of thing. Evangelical Alliance has also advised that we're able to go back to singing, and so we will. From this Sunday, live singing in the church is obviously allowed, but we're also encouraging that as well. If you're wanting to wear a face covering, that's fine. We will encourage you to do that. If you're moving around the building, we'd encourage everybody to do that. So if you're moving from one place, if you're coming in or going out, or you're moving from one place to another in the church, we would encourage you to wear a face covering for that. But once you're at your seat, standing or seated, or singing or not, we're giving people the free choice. Some people are going to feel very uncomfortable taking face coverings off. Some people are going to feel very uncomfortable wearing them. We're going to let you make your own mind up regarding that. So we're just asking people to bear with one another. If you're wanting to sit next to someone, you can. That's not a problem. But if you really don't want someone to sit next to you that you're not in a bubble with, because you're feeling that kind of anxiety about it, just pop a Bible or a bag or a coat or something on the chair next to you, just to symbolize the fact that you just want a little bit of distance. And we just ask everybody else to keep an eye on where you might see a bag or a Bible or a coat on a chair, and just recognize and respect the fact that that person possibly needs a little bit of space and they don't want someone sitting next to them. So those things apply as well. Coffee and tea are going to be continued to be available after the service now, but we're asking people just to spread out as much as they can. So what we don't want is 100 people leaving the church and going in the lounge, and then there's 100 people standing in the lounge. So we're just saying space out. If it's not raining, then go outside. Use the church, the main church, if you want to drink coffee and have a chat with people. Just be aware that there might be some prayer going on for some, but otherwise that's all fine. Groups generally have restarted, and the rules and relaxation of rules to that are the same. A couple of things just to note. If you're suffering COVID symptoms, and the COVID symptoms now include not only the prolonged cough and the loss of taste and the high temperature, but there's also those of what we might look at in terms of a common cold, streaming nose, and sneezing. If you're suffering from any of those symptoms, we just say take a week off church, go and get a PCR test, just get checked out and make sure that you're okay. If you get pinged by the app, we're asking people to respect that. Some people do, and some people don't have that app on their phones. If you get contacted by Test and Trace, then you have to do it. It's a legal requirement that you self-isolate. And if you are required to self-isolate, or you choose to self-isolate because you've been pinged, and you need help, then shout. We're here to help those who might need some groceries, or they might need some help getting medication or anything like that. So just ask. We're here to help you, and that goes for anyone else who might be watching the video who isn't part of the church but is in the Christchurch area and sees this video. So do get in touch. Phone number for the church office is 01202 473 626. My personal number is 07811 265 710. So you can get hold of me that way, or you can email me, rob@twynhamchurch.org. Just another quick note is that Sue is not going to be in the office until September, so don't try and contact the office or her email at this time, because she won't pick it up, but you can contact me using those two numbers and my email address. If you've got any questions, then don't hesitate to ask. Obviously, it is a difficult time, and we recognise that. Livestream is going to continue throughout. We encourage those of you who are really worried about things and can't face getting into church to continue to pick up on that. Keep watching out for one another. The pandemic's not over, but just keep watching out for one another. And if you want to get a vaccine or anything like that, then obviously please do. We'd encourage that as well, as it helps us to gather together safely. So keep praying for one another, keep lifting each other up, start singing, and we'll see you on Sunday, hopefully. You don't need to book in either, just come. Okay, bless you, take care, we'll catch up soon. Take care.